Hey y'all, SC Southern Style here, bringing you another StarCraft 2 match. This is NEXtaeJa versus SlayerSBoxer. This is from the GeForce ProAM tournament. This is on the pro side. And this is the playoffs round 2, which is a best of 5. This is, of course, game number 2. If you missed the first one, spoiler alert, NEXtaeJa bested Boxers with his extreme use of Hellions. And he outnumbered Boxer's Hellions and got a better concave, took out his Boxer's Hellions and just ran through the main and natural, just killing SCVs all the way throughout. I think SlayerSBoxer was left with 4 more SCVs or something like that after that. And really in that kind of position, while your opponent is just sitting at his base, macroing up another huge army, working on higher tech, really there's no way to come back from that. I mean, the income advantage is just such, you are at such a disadvantage that it's almost impossible to come back from that. So this is game number 2 between NEXtaeJa and SlayerSBoxer. Let's see if SlayerSBoxer can pull something out this time. Not the same build. Boxer definitely going for a later barracks, opting for that early refinery, so definitely going to see a little bit higher tech play and throw in 3 SCVs on that almost immediately. So we're going to see some tech play here from SlayerSBoxer, while NEXtaeJa just working on the barracks, typical standard Terran opener here. So we will see how this one plays out. So Boxer definitely getting heavy gas. Maybe we'll see siege tanks transition into quick Hellions, see if he throws out another Reaper, anything like that. So one of the downsides to that is NEXtaeJa's orbital is going to be about 15 seconds, or 15-16 seconds earlier than that of Boxer's, which means he'll have that much more energy for mules. So income going to be slightly in NEXtaeJa's favor. Also because he hasn't had the refineries yet, so he's going to definitely have a much higher mineral income right now than that of Boxer. So we'll see how that fares. And that is why we did not see any immediate factory after the barracks went down, is NEXtaeJa is going for an early expansion while Boxer's factory is almost complete now. Got the tech lab on the barracks. NEXtaeJa getting in to see this. Let's see, so Boxer does not know where NEXtaeJa is. TEJA able to see all of this, so he will know what's coming soon. So he's got a Hellion and a Reaper coming, so as soon as that Hellion pops out, this factory definitely going to lift off and go there to get that blue flame. So how does NEXtaeJa react to this? He says, I'm going to drop 2 more barracks. He's going to go for a heavy marine play, and which against Reaper Hellion, not quite sure if that's what he needs. The Hellions are going to be able to do a lot of damage, especially after they get that blue flame, which will be nerfed in the next patch. I went over that in match 1, in game 1, if you did not hear that. So this Reaper definitely going to be able to do some good damage against light, as well as that Hellion. So let's see if Boxer can get any kind of harassment with this Reaper. Blue flame working now. He's got another Hellion on the way. So NEXtaeJa being smart, getting that orbital in his base while he can still use his protection of his marines. Very wisely throwing down this bunker. Oh! The Reaper gets picked off. I don't think he actually did any damage there. So very cost inefficient Reaper there. So this is definitely going to help NEXtaeJa if Boxer tries to push in with any kind of Hellions or anything like that. He does have 3 Hellions on the field right now. And blue flame almost complete. Looks like he's going to try some kind of drop again. And NEXtaeJa working on marine shield. That's a pretty good idea, giving these marines an extra 10 hit points, so they'll be able to take at least 1 more hit from those blue flame Hellions. So here we go, 4 Hellions. He sees there's no expansion, but he's going to run up here right into the bunker. And I mean, Hellions do almost no damage to bunkers. They will do 8 damage to that bunker Actually, well, I can't see the... I think it may actually be only 6 or 7 damage with the armor of the bunker added on top of that. So, but this medevac coming out, definitely going to be doing some drops as the medevac cannot heal Hellions. So, what he's doing here is he's delaying NEXtaeJa from dropping that orbital down to his natural while he's expanding himself. So actually, even though NEXtaeJa got that expansion first, started building that expansion first, Boxer has actually almost evened it up. I mean, the orbital is going to have a higher worker count. As you can see, he's got 5 more SCVs. He is going to be able to use those mules, but oh, and here comes the damage. Those Marauders definitely going to be a big help, and it looks like this Hellion's got nowhere to go. What's he going to do? He does not have Marauder slow yet, but that is going to get cleaned up. You just lost tab. Ooh, definitely, probably not worth it there. Didn't lose much income there. I think that may have even just barely gave him the lead there, but his expansion now up and running, so he will be able to reap the benefits of getting to use that expansion first. NEXtaeJa, now that he's cleaned up that Hellion harassment, feeling pretty confident to move out to his expansion now, and transferring a couple of transferring SCVs, pretty good timing there. Raven coming out. So actually 2 Ravens, so we may be seeing some auto turret or heavy point defense drones if he thinks that NEXtaeJa is going for Vikings, which he is not. He will also be able to clean up Marauders really easily with the point defense drone, able to stop Marauders from using their shells. Getting a 3rd Raven, so very heavy Raven build here. Could we see some Hunter-Seeker play? That would be definitely entertaining, I think. So supplies right now equal for both players. NEXtaeJa got the Watchtower, so he looks like he's ready in almost an attack position here. The build-up right now, so I mean, he's really only got 1 Marauder in that mix. But he's got 5 Marauders on the field, so definitely keeping some at home just to stop any drops or anything like that. So if these 2 armies were to go up against each other, I would probably give the advantage to Boxer just because he has those 11 Hellions. They'll be able to take those Marines out fairly quickly, and the point defense drone could effectively, look at that, just roasted Marines all over the place. Point defense drone could effectively nullify those Marauders. So there we go, point defense drone, see if we can't soak up some of those Marauder shells here. And it looks like Boxer is just going to chase this back. That Marauder is getting just slowly burned to death. And here we go. So Boxer turning it around on NEXtaeJa. He's saying, you took out my economy last game, I'm going to take out yours this game. So going to take out that 3rd command center. NEXtaeJa gets the cancel on it, but definitely forcing him back to 1 base. Oh, that medevac just in the wrong place at the wrong time. We'll see if he can do it. He needs to throw down a point defense drone. There it is. And point defense drone soaked up so many hits so fast it's actually out of energy. So NEXtaeJa, got to give it to him for being able to clean that up. I think where Boxer messed up was, I mean, these 3 Ravens, yeah, they're good, but I don't know what would justify 3 Ravens. Wow, dropping 5 mules there. So he was definitely saving up on energy. Barracks out here to spot any drops or anything. Still got the 3 Ravens. But we'll see what NEXtaeJa does after this. Tries to get that back up. See if he doesn't transfer into any kind of mech play. It looks like he's going to stick with the kind of Marine Marauder ball here. Working on 2 more barracks. Going to be getting the infantry shield level 1. Oh, sorry, dropping the main. We'll see. Is Boxer going to let this slide? These Hellions are not going to be very effective against all those Marauders, but here comes the tanks. They do have siege mode, but the focus fire of the Marauders is definitely going to be difficult to deal with. And now that this is pretty much a Marauder-only army, it's going to take these Hellions a very, very long time to clean this up. So these two, oh my gosh, these two Marauders don't even have enough to stem. So Boxer able to clean that up with, I say, relative ease. He's still in the lead as far as supply is concerned. He did lose some supply depots there that I think it did supply block him for a second, but able to save the rest of those. So Boxer working on air superiority here. He's got 6 Vikings already, and now working on siege tanks. So he's definitely teching up, trying to get the big advantage here. He wants to be able to take out those Marauders, because with this heavy Hellion play, those Marauders are the Achilles heel of the Hellions. Any armored unit is, just because, I mean, the Hellions, like I said earlier, deal almost no damage to them. So got a kind of second force over here, checking to make sure that Boxer is not at the gold, while it does look like NEXtaeJa going to be trying to get his own gold, clearing out the rocks there. So this SCV is going to find that hey, there's a Marine at that watchtower. So we'll see what NEXtaeJa does here. He has closed the gap on the economy right now. So worker advantage is in NEXtaeJa's favor. Let's see what they each have in store. So SlayerSBoxer definitely taking out the back rocks, while NEXtaeJa is going to be going down to this gold expansion. If he can protect this, and if he can get some good mining out of that, that's going to be a huge advantage for him. So throwing down the mules, going to get them going as soon as possible. He needs to move those SUVs, or this mule's going to be long distance mining. Is he going to catch it? He caught it. Good. That would have been bad. So 1 Marine roasted, 2 Marine roasted. Oh, that Hellion's going to get caught. Marauder slow. Not only do they deal good damage against these Hellions and take almost no damage, but they slow them way down. So let's see. Although these 6 tanks are definitely nothing to laugh at. These are very heavy. He needs to probably siege up here if he wants to try and hold up against this. There he goes. Very good positioning. Sieging at this watchtower, going to get basically the NEXtaeJa's army's not going to be able to sneak in there and get any free shots off with him at that watchtower. But they may be able to sneak into the main. We'll see what happens. So he is definitely doing a little bit of sneaky play. I think he did spot it with these he definitely did spot it with those Vikings. So he's going to try and move out, get into a better position, see what he can do with this. He does have very high Hellion numbers. He's got 15 Hellions and 8 tanks, as well as 10 Vikings on the field. So we'll see what he can do here. He needs to siege up, siege up. There it is. Oh, getting some just dastardly hits. But those Hellions need to not be overextended. They get overextended and they're just going to get roasted by those... oh, nice pickoffs on the medevacs, but needs to try and save those Vikings. I don't think he didn't even lose a single Viking. So we will see what he does here. Those tanks just out of reach. Are these units going to try and go for the main? Is that what they're going to do? Smart play, leaving the 2 tanks there to kind of protect the other ones moving, but he needs to make sure that he doesn't just leave them there, because they will get picked off with relative ease if he does just leave them there. So Boxer definitely taking the advantage right now. NEXtaeJa working on upgrades, though. He's got 1-1 to... Boxer's no upgrades currently, so that is definitely going to be a big advantage. But oh man, just running right into the meat grinder, just getting decimated there. So Boxer needs to take out this high yield expansion immediately. He needs to not let NEXtaeJa keep mining off of that, because that is really where NEXtaeJa has the advantages in the income. And these tanks, oh man, just great positioning. There's the GG from NEXtaeJa. So game number 2, going to SlayerSBoxer. Definitely won that with the superior air force. All those Vikings, they did get dwindled down a little bit, it looks like there, but the Vikings and the siege tanks, so just higher tech against that Marine Marauder ball, really doing the trick for him there. So currently 1-1. We'll be going straight into game 3 here. So this has been SC Southern Style, and signing out.